So I'm here for Browserbase, and I'm a self-engineer there, so I'm making sure that Browserbase can access all sites, no matter what hurdles the sites are giving us. And we are going through an example here on how some antibots can detect automated accesses and what you can do against that, basically. So I'm using this site as an example. You want to buy some cars, Crocs, of course, but they're pretty expensive right now. So you want to monitor the price, like you want to see when it gets cheaper. So what you do, of course, you try to just curl it and automate the process of discovering the prices. However, you will quickly see that you're getting served a just a moment, wait 5 seconds Cloudflare page. And probably many people here have already seen a page like that. And it's pretty frustrating. And the next steps you might try is trying to match all of the headers or trying to match a user agent, rotate IPs, but none of that will work here because antibots like Cloudflare and many others are doing more and more deep packet level analysis. So they're basically looking at the TLS fingerprints of your clients, and this is the same thing if you want to do it like node fetch or Python or anything. They will detect that it's coming from not a browser, but a request-based client, basically. So you have no chance of bypassing that without a browser. Of course, there are solutions to that, but it's a cat and mouse game, and it's very work-intensive, so it's not that easy. So it's the best to just use a real browser. However, it's pretty annoying to host your own browser stuff. It's not that easy to do it on a container, and you're also getting blocked, likely. So you can use Browserbase. I have a small demo here in the playground where I can just test. And I'm using a stagehand extract method here with a prompt to just get the current buy it now price and some other data. And we will see that it just opens it in the playground, and there's a real browser behind this. And it's extracting the data right now. And we will hopefully see it in the console in a bit. Yeah, that's a problem with live demos. But yeah, so we can use a real browser and we are not getting blocked because they're only blocking request clients and not real browsers, basically. I got a slow proxy, I think, so it timed out. But I can deploy this now as a function, and then I can just, this is hard to do with one hand, I can just start a job on Browserbase, basically, and I can see it in the sessions that I'm running a job right now, and there's a real browser doing that work. And I can even see like network requests in real time and a lot of information. And once it's done, I can just query the job and I can see the results. And the coolest thing now is that I did this for this site, but the same thing will work on this site. Another pair of Crocs on another reselling site, different layout, different page, different everything. And I can just put this other URL here and restart a scraping job, and I can see the new session, and it will also work on that side, hopefully. So I can do very easy scraping on lots of different sites without any issues, and it's a lot easier than having to maintain your own request-based client, basically. Yeah, so that's the demo. If you want to talk more about request fingerprinting or other ways of fingerprinting clients, let me know after the talk. I'm doing active research in that field. Yeah.
So I guess you work in Browserbase. Do you actively work against the fingerprint TLSs and actively modify? So if I use Browserbase, I can know that actually happens?
So all of the request fingerprinting, this doesn't really apply to browsers. This mostly applies to request-based solutions. because browsers match the real browser, basically. So you don't have to deal with all of that request fingerprinting on real browsers, basically, because yeah, it's a real browser, so it's correct.
Oh, but if you do it automated, you do have different fingerprints on different levels, no? Or
it depends on how you automate it, basically. So if you automate the browser itself, you don't have this issue. But if you just do the requests, like with curl or Python, you have the issue. So it's a very low-level fingerprint that differentiates browsers from other automated clients.
Hi, curious if you support more complex workflows other than just checking prices. So let's say, for example, I want to check price, and if the price drops below $50, I want to automatically purchase this item, and I want it to be delivered to my house, let's say, with the help of DHL. Is it possible to achieve the same with your service?
Yes, it should be possible. Of course, there are always edge cases, but in generally it works, yes. There are lots of companies using this right now, for example, Clay for lead generation, and we are partnering with many firms that are doing complex flows like this, yes.
Does Browserbase allow to log into actual accounts? So for example, because I have known a lot of this solution and they are just blocking login and sign up, you cannot input password.
Yes, we allow that. We are partnering with 1Password for that. So we don't have access to your password, but using 1Password, the agent can fill in the passwords. So that's pretty much solved, I think.